Hi, it's Al Rail here, and in this video I'd like to talk about 3 things that companies need to really pay attention to coming out of this pandemic. You know, I read an amazing stat the other day. It said that 45% of people, 45% of employees were actively looking for a new job every single week. That is a sign of a disengaged workforce. And that was before the pandemic. How do you engage employees? You engage them through leadership, you engage them through culture. Over my years in business, I learned that the best leaders promoted the best culture. You can go off-site and create a culture document and talk about the kind of culture you want to have, but it's the leadership behavior which defines the culture. How leaders behave and what skills frontline employees are taught really defines the culture of a company. That leadership behavior is crucial. You know, companies I've run into say, I want to have a culture of integrity and a culture of trust. Well, are you behaving that way? You know, trust is a really hard thing, hard to define and very elusive. So what 3 things can you focus on to improve engagement, which will improve morale, which will improve trust? And those 3 things are, number 1, focus on respect. Respect for each other, respect for the employee, respect for all individuals at the company. When our brains feel respected, they work better. They're more active, they're more creative, they're more innovative. They solve problems better. Our brains release very positive chemicals like dopamine when they feel respected. Some studies have even shown that the chemical release of dopamine on the simple act of feeling respected was more powerful than getting a raise. Respect is a powerful, positive motivator, but it's also a very strong trigger when we're disrespected. It goes equally and more powerfully the other way. So pay attention to how you can instill more respect into your organization. Number 2 is accountability. Yeah, accountability is really important. We have to really train for people to understand how they can become more accountable. What does accountability mean? Accountability means when you're faced with a situation, you don't point fingers, you don't blame others, and importantly, you don't play the victim role. Because when you play the victim role and become defensive, then likely you're going to hold that victim anger in and perpetrate on somebody else and lash out. Maybe not on the person that you felt victimized you, but on somebody else. But eliminating that feeling of being a victim is really can be done through greater accountability. I have some accountability in this. It doesn't mean accepting all responsibility for everything that's done. It means just not pointing fingers and saying, I have some accountability in this. Even if it's a responsibility to say, I'm going to help fix it. And you can train for accountability and how you can develop tools to increase accountability in your workforce. The third thing is empathy. You know, our brains are very social brains. You know, you think about it, our brains develop while collaborating with other brains. You know, if you want to really test that, just think about the time you saw somebody yawn and you had that strong urge to yawn yourself. That connection of a social brain is really important. But the default connection is that we connect with others and we expect them to feel the same way that we feel. So you need to train for and you need to learn empathy. So learn and teach empathy. It is a skill that can be taught and can be learned, and it's a crucial step to trust. Empathy means recognizing the situation of others. Not just listening better, but recognizing the situation of others and developing a way that you can demonstrate and show you care. Because when you show you care, the other person's brain works better and you can come to a much more collaborative solution. Whether you're just discussing the next steps on a project or negotiating a very high stakes deal. Empathy is truly, truly important. So learn the skills of empathy. Not just listening better, but listening with empathy. Now, how do you train for more respect and train for more accountability and train for more empathy? Well, you can I have more information on my website, www.neuro-fitness.com, and I have an article posted on my blog there that talks about this. And I have a course, a workshop that can be done virtually that talks about training for these 3 important behavioral skills: respect, accountability, empathy. 3 behavioral skills which will improve your culture and improve your employee engagement moving into the future. Please contact me. Hit the button down below and subscribe to my channel. Follow me along. I look forward to being in contact with you. Leave a comment. Get in touch with me if there's anything I could do for you. With that, I'll say thank you, best wishes, and stay healthy out there. Look forward to just meeting and contacting you someday, all of you in person. Thanks very much.